Whole brain teaching began in 1999 and is one of the fastest growing education reform movements in the United States. Not only do teachers across America use this style of teaching, it has also spread to teachers in Europe, Asia, and Africa. Whole brain teaching is designed to reach the diverse learners in every classroom. This style of teaching rests on the principle that every teacher shares the same difficulty. Our students lack background knowledge, discipline, and fundamental problem-solving skills. Nonetheless, students respond to challenges, enjoy well-designed learning games, and if in the proper setting, they can make astonishing educational progress. The goal of whole brain teaching is to create classrooms full of orderly fun and engage students' whole brain in their learning. The first step to whole brain teaching is Class Yes. It's very simple. In order to get your class's attention, you simply say class, and they will respond with yes. You can make this as fun as you want to. Whole brain teaching incorporates 5 expectations and helps all diverse learners succeed.
Expectation number 4, make smart choices. Expectation number 5, keep your dear teacher happy. Teach. Okay.
Learning is most effective when a student is engaged in all 4 learning modes: seeing, saying, hearing, and doing. Teach OK is a technique that engages students in all of these learning modes at the same time. Furthermore, as the student enjoys the experience, the portion of their brain that controls emotional engagement becomes involved. Research tells us that when a student is involved in all 4 learning modes at once and emotionally engaged, they are likely to form deep and lasting anchors for the information they are processing.
Dr. Kathy Kofer, and I've been teaching over 35 years, and I've done different things about how I control my classroom, how I teach, and so this year I've decided to do whole brain teaching, and actually it's better for the students than it is just as good for me. We have done the 5 norms. We try not to call them rules, so instead of calling a student's name out, I will just use the signal about how they're supposed to behave in classroom, like raising your hand before speaking, or raising your hand before getting out of your seat, making your teacher happy, and we just use signals instead of basically calling students' names out. Also, when I want to get their attention, I always say class, and they say yes, instead of saying excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, like I have done in the past, or ringing a bell. So this has been working fantastically with them, and also what we do is I have them, and I say we because I have a student teacher, so when I say that I want them to teach, so like yesterday we tried this for the first time and they loved it, and so instead of me teaching and then them trying to gain my knowledge into their knowledge, what they're doing is I'll say teach, and I clap my hands, point to them, and then they go okay. So the groups are divided into 1s and 2s, and so the 1s yesterday started teaching, and it might be, we've been working on volume, so we're actually reviewing volume, multiplication with standard algorithm, and division. So we went through everything that they've done so far, and what I've done is I've taught them, and then they teach each other. So number 1s, they taught number twos, and then number twos taught number threes. Because of the fact that I think that the more that you have students be involved in their own learning, the more that they'll accept in their brain and they'll carry on throughout their lifetime. So instead of doing the little songs that we learned throughout, like when they're preschool and kindergarten, I now use whole brain teaching because that's ingrained in their brain. And I believe it's just as good for them as it is for me.
Other methods of whole brain teaching are hands and eyes, mirror, switch, and scoreboard. To learn more about whole brain teaching and how to engage students' whole brain in their learning, visit www.wholebrainteaching.com.